We done Vidtorz, riding on the world tour. From Bama to East Coast to Boot to the big star. Love a known term, shout out to my co-star. Mr. and Mrs. doing big, baby, we done Vidtorz.
What's up, everybody? We're back again with another video. Today we're going to talk about mistakes we almost made when we were planning to move abroad. So we're going to start off with mistake number one.
Alrighty, mistake number one is romanticizing the move. So for me, right now, there's so many expats or nomads or people that's moving abroad that's posting every day as far as their daily life or what I've done to get to Thailand or whatever the case may be. So YouTube or social media, they only show what they want you to see, which is the good life. They don't show you the logistics behind it, like the financial part of it or the struggle part of it. They only show you the beaches. They only show you walking street. They only show you the glitz and the glam of getting over there. Once you get over there, you have to realize that real life sits in. 30 days max to me is that free period that someone should actually have to basically feel things out, enjoy, go on excursions or go to different things. If you're deciding to move abroad, it shouldn't be a vacation every day. The moment you realize and think that, you know what, this is a vacation, you're going to blow through your money. You have to make sure that you're actually sitting there and realizing, you know what, I moved over there for a difference. I didn't move over to do the same stuff that I'm doing back in the States. So you have to realize that every day is going to include bills. It's going to include stress. It's going to include routines. Now, I know for a fact because I binge watch YouTube almost every day. So for me, when I watch certain people, they say, look at the daily life of me living in Thailand. And they show the spas. They show them getting their nails done. They show them going to the mall. They show them going out to eat. So for me, if that is a daily life, you're going to blow through your money real fast. We need moving abroad or moving anywhere from your natural place. It's not going to fix what issues that you have in your head or in your heart. You have to actually fix that stuff before you move over there because it's going to follow you. And when you're going to be depressed there the same way you're depressed here. So for me, romanticizing the move is going to only set you up for failure if you don't fix the things prior to going. So that's all I got. Moving on.
So the next mistake is, and we got our cue cards because there's a lot of mistakes that, we thought about as we were planning to move abroad. So the next mistake is not understanding the true cost of moving abroad. So what that means is that, the rent might be lower, but the other cost adds up. And what that means is that the cost may be affordable over there, but if you bring your Western mindset abroad, then you're just adding to that cost and you're just basically living at the same expense that you were living in when you were living here in the States. So you would have to change your mindset on how you're living abroad so that you can actually, benefit from the affordability. And what that means is that if you have to go to the local market or, street vendors or living off the economy, then that's what you need to do in order to put some money back in your pocket. Because if you go to you want westernized food or westernized things, then you're going to pay westernized prices. If you want westernized, living, quarters or living places, then you're going to pay those westernized prices. So you're going to have to take some setbacks or, take a step back and say, hey, what can I live without? And what things can, I, live without and, live with and basically benefit from those affordabilities out there. Lifestyle choices is going to play a viable part in living abroad. You know, cost varies from cities and neighborhoods. So you're going to have to figure out, do you want to live in the city or do you want to live in the outskirts? Do you want to live further away from the city or do you want to live close to the city? Do you want to do you want to be able to walk out your building and hit the BTS, or do you want to take a Grab or buy a car?
Or walk out your building and go straight to a restaurant or something like that.
Do you want to live in connection to a mall, or do you want to be able to travel to a mall? Mm-hmm. Do you want to live on the beach? Do you want to live away from the beach? These are all decisions that you have to make prior to moving abroad. And that is part of the planning process and things that you have to think about. And if you don't think about these things, you will make some mistakes and you will come out of pocket. We had to adjust our expectations because, here we're comfortable. However, comfortable doesn't mean that we're happy where we're at. That's the reason why we're making these videos. That's the reason why we're planning. That's the reason why we're putting these mistakes out there so that other people who are looking at the same process can actually look at this and say, hey, these are some things that we need to think about. So let's move on to the next.
The next is choosing a location too quickly. So a lot of people actually go over there and say, you know what, I want to be in the thick of things. I want to be in Bangkok. I want to be in Pattaya or Pattaya, however you pronounce it. But what they're doing is looking at the place from the outside. So everybody know when you look at things from the outside, that your perspective of things can be a little bit off. So that was the reason for us going over there in October, is for us to basically scout the area out to see which area that we wanted to be. I found out quickly I didn't want to be in Bangkok or in the not thick. Realizing that those areas over there is high touristy areas. So the time frame that you're going over there, if you're not a people's person, it's going to annoy the hell out of you. I'm just being serious. I'm not so much of a people's person.
But those places are flooded.
Yes.
With people.
I like staying in my little bubble. I like being to myself. And sometimes I have an issue just walking through Walmart because to me it's like little roaches all over the place and they're in my area, in my way. So I know for a fact places like that's overly crowded is going to cause me some type of anxiety. So that's why we research a couple areas or places so that we can know which ones suited us best. Not just me, but for him as well. We had to have a balance as far as what it is that where we wanted to go. So I know when we first started talking about it, I was like, Bangkok. And he was like, you ain't gonna want to do that.
Nope.
So when we went over there, I quickly realized that he was right. That's not me at all. So then we went and visited Pattaya because that was one of the areas that he wanted to visit. I quickly realized as well, that's not where I want to be.
Even though it has the beach.
It has the beach, but that's not my scene.
Right.
So then we was like, okay, what about Hua Hin? I can see myself there, but in the long run, will we get bored? Will we look at it as like, this is a retirement community and it's like, we don't have any friends. They're all older, or so sometimes we just want to play spades. We want to play domino. Well, he played dominoes. I'm play spades, but we both do it. Well, not dominoes, but for me, it's like, are we going to get bored living over there in an area that, even though it's a beach, it's mostly a older community. The beach area. So you have to pick and choose what it is that you want and not choose a location too quickly based off what you see YouTubers or social media showing you. Do you want to weigh on anything on that?
No, you hit everything, but you also got the next one too.
Well, dang. Understanding visas and paperwork. So as we know, they came out, they just rolled out the new visas, whereas if you purchase a condo or a house was it 30 million Thai baht, then however long you plan to stay over there on that property is however long your visa can be for. So say you go over there and buy a condo, has to be at least 30 mil Thai baht, and you choose to stay over there for 6 years. That's how long, and you qualify for it. That's how long you can stay for that visa. Now, Thailand changes visa rules like you change your draws. So for me, it's like you have to be mindful what it is that you're getting yourself into. They have educational visas, they have Muay Thai visas, they have cooking class visa, retirement visas, long-term stay visas, the DTV visa. I know I said visa because the V stands for visa, but they have so many visas out there. You just have to choose which one your pocket can afford, what's feasible for you, and what's going to get you the biggest impact that it is that you're looking for. So not all visas fit you. And I'm not saying that because they have the bronze, the gold, the silver. For me, we can't see ourselves locking ourselves in on a visa where we're paying them, what was it, 40,000 Thai baht for them, pushing back into whatever it is that they give you as far as picking you up from the airport. Yeah, not Thai baht. 4,000 USD, 40,000 USD per person. So for me, I can't see us doing that. Yeah, it comes with perks. It comes with them helping you on your visa extensions, them picking you up and dropping you off at the airport, spa memberships and golfing memberships. But for me,
which I would enjoy the golf part and all the other perks, but at the same token, is it really a true benefit if I'm coming out of pocket
with 80 grand just to give to you when, you know what, we may not even use all of the perks.
Right.
So for me, it's like, as of right now, and hopefully this visa lasts a good little bit, which is the DTV, you're not paying out of pocket. You just have to make sure that you have 16 to 17,000 in your account that stays there untouched, because the moment they decide to do a pop-up, hey, show me what's there, and you don't have it, you can get deported. So just because you have that DTV for the 5 years, if they just show up one day and say, hey, show me your funds, and you don't have it, you can potentially get deported. So for me, be safe, not sorry.
Right. And just to touch on that, you know, just because you do a DTV visa, don't mean you can't transition to an investment visa.
Yeah.
I mean, there's options that you have. If you have the means to do it, then look at other options while you have a permanent visa, a visa that's working for you.
Yeah.
And transition to one of those long-term visas that will, you know, keep you there longer and generate some residual income for you as well. So just, you know, just something to look at.
Yeah, look at all of them. They have a 6-month visa. They have a 3-month visa. They have all of that. You just have to pick and choose. If you're unsure, go with the 6-month visa first, and it'll give you that time frame to get over there, look at the lay of the land, and then figure out what it is that you want to do, whether it's an educational or a Muay Thai or a cooking visa. So they have plenty options that you can actually go through. So don't underestimate Thailand when it comes to you not doing your due diligence and looking up the information. We have Google, we have ChatGPT, we have their website for a reference. So
we have our embassy as well.
Exactly. So when in doubt, research on your own. Moving on to the next. Mistake number 5.
Mistake number 5. Thinking we'll figure it out later. Later is too late. I'm gonna tell you just like that. Later is too late. You got healthcare planning. Healthcare planning. You got bank access. You got transportation realities, backup plans if things don't go smoothly. You got so many things that can happen when you move abroad. You have to think about all these things. We cannot think we can't think about things when we get there. We have to think about things now for when we get there. How are you going to access your money? What happens if you lose your card? What happens if, case in point, I put my card in the ATM machine. I thought I pulled my card out, but I didn't. The card never came back out. Not even after I pulled my money. I waited there. The card never came back out. I got my money. I waited there. I thought I pulled my card back out. I put my money in my wallet. I went back home, went back to the hotel, and I said, "Oh crap, I don't have my card." I went back up there. The bank said the card never. They said I retrieved my card. I retrieved my card, and I said, "But I don't have my card." Well, you must have dropped it. Security said nope. Camera said no card fell on the floor. Nothing. Blah blah blah. So my card was missing. The good thing is I didn't cancel my card. Nobody used my card. Nothing. So I started using my card on my tap on my phone because I needed to be able to use my card. So for the duration, nobody used my card. There was no fraud on my card. So I used my tap. That was my backup. But when we were getting ready to leave, I went ahead and locked my card so it couldn't be used anymore. But you have to have a backup plan for instances like that. So,
have multiple cards on hand if need be. And for those of you who don't know, their ATMs is different from the ATMs here in the States. Whereas you get your money first, well, as you get your card first and then they dispense your money, that's how it is in the US. Over there, they give you your money first and then they give you your card.
right.
But that's only after you hit another button to retrieve it. So if you think about it, here in the States, you quickly go ahead, grab your card, wait for your money, get your receipt, and bounce.
Yep.
Over there, what they do is give you your money, give you your receipt, and then your card. Wasn't it like that, I believe?
Yep. And before you know it, you're like, okay.
As soon as my thing is, once you get that money, you're immediately like, okay, you walk off. You can't do that over there. So be patient and understand that at the ATMs, you get your money first and then your card later. So stay put for your card. Just stay put for your card.
But you need to look at your healthcare plans. What healthcare system do you have? Is it international? Is it accepted in Thailand? Is it accepted in Southeast Asia? Is it accepted anywhere overseas? Do you need to go and get you a healthcare plan overseas? You need to plan for that. How are you going to, dental plans, all that stuff. Yeah, it's affordable over there. But if you have insurance that will be able to reimburse you for those plans, plan for it. All these different things. So you need to just, be accountable for, make sure you're holding yourself accountable for the things that may take place over there while you're there. Transportation, the bus, the BTS, the Grabs, the bikes, walking, whatever it is. If you're going to buy a car, plan ahead. What is it that you're willing to do while you're there? I know for us, we said we're going to walk depending on where we live. BTS, Grabs, whatever it is, whatever is going to be affordable for us. I know we're all about walking because we're all about the exercise.
We got to shape and fat and trying to get skinny. So I know we're going to walk.
Yep. So, just make sure you're planning ahead. Don't wait until you get there, because if you wait till you get there, it's too late. And by that time, you're going to be forking out so much money to try to figure it out. Yeah. So on to the next.
So not talking honestly with your partner. That is the number one thing I think that you have to do with your partner is open communication and being honest. I've seen a couple expats that went over there as a couple, not per se married, but as a couple, and their marriage or their relationship fell apart. For me, going over there in Thailand where you're at, it's one of those things where it can make or break you. If you go over there strong, you'll be strong. If you go over there iffy, you're going to end up falling apart. So it's a lot of girls over there. It's a lot of drinking over there. It's a lot of party scenes over there. It's a lot of stuff to do that with a mindset that will stray. So for me, keeping it 100 with your partner and letting him know certain things on how you feel will actually benefit your relationship that you're in. Each person have different expectations. So whereas, like I said earlier, where we was talking about where we wanted to stay, I wanted to be in an area that was more easygoing and relaxing. And if I wanted to go to the crazy or go to it, that's what I would do. Whereas he wanted to be in the thick of things. Whereas he wanted to be able to walk straight out the a condo or whatever and go to 7-Eleven or go.
I just wanted the 7-Eleven. That's all I wanted. just the 7-Eleven.
But for me, it's like you have to talk about these things, because if you're not on the same accord before you leave, when you go over there, shit's bound to happen. So for me, stay on that path where you stay open and honest with your person, because if you don't, you're bound to have some type of issue over there. So let's see, important conversations that we had to have. Do we have to have any important conversations?
Yeah. Condo or house, city or suburb.
So right now we're actually in a house, and the house is what, like 4,000 square feet?
Close to 5,000.
Close to 5,000 square feet. So as of right now, he's the one that's cleaning the pool. Him and my nephew is cutting the grass. He's taking care of majority of everything that needs to be fixed, worked on, changed out, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So for him, he wanted to go straight to a condo where he don't have to worry about the boo.
Nothing. I'm even willing to have somebody come in, do the laundry, clean the house, everything.
See, to me, that's lazy.
It's not lazy.
To me, that's lazy. You can wash your own clothes the same way you wash your own ass.
That's different.
You can cook your own meals.
I will cook my own meals.
Granted, we will be going out, but for me, I don't think we should have someone coming in to clean the house or coming in to clean our laundry. We're capable bodies. We can do it. I wanted a house. So for me, coming from the house that we're in right now and going to a condo, it's a lot of space. He's very annoying. So for me, I wanted to be able to have that mental space so I can basically reside in my room all day if I want to. I'll put it like that.
And I need a gaming area. You see these TVs? I need a gaming area away. So you get where we're going with that.
Yeah. So be open, be honest, talk to your partner, understand where each other is coming from. Both of you guys are making that transition abroad. It's just not one. So listen to them, understand where they're coming from, and your relationship should be able to outlast whatever problem that it is that you're facing while you're over there with the unknown. So next.
All right. The last mistake is thinking you have to rush. All right. This is a big one. The reason being is because when she brought me into watching the YouTube videos, okay, everybody was rushing and thinking that they had to get to Thailand.
Real fast. It was a trend.
Thinking that they had to get to the Philippines, thinking that they had to get to Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Half of those folks that rushed over there are back in the States. Mm-hmm. Not being mean. But you ain't got to rush to get anywhere.
Yep. Because
what's meant for you is meant for you, and you'll get there in your own time.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a year since we talked about this move, and we still got 6.5 months to go before we make the move.
This has been a little bit over a year.
Well,
December, January, year in 3 months.
We didn't start talking about it.
Oh yeah, we didn't start talking about it until January.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
All right. Don't feel pressure to move fast, because when you move fast, that's when mistakes are going to happen. Mm-hmm. You're going to be out of pocket. And then next thing you know, you're going to be wondering where you're going to make that money back. So move slow and steady. because that's what wins the race, and that's what keeps money keep money in your pocket. Preparation beats impulsiveness. We all know what impulsiveness gets us. It gets us nowhere.
Yep.
So plan these moves so that you can be successful in what it is that you're doing. It's okay to plan for a year. It's okay to plan for 2 years. We ain't waiting 2 years. Year and a half. We've been planning.
Yeah.
We've been researching. We've been analyzing a lot of stuff. We're about to start getting this thing moving. The planning phase is pretty much over. We've already identified everything that we need to do. We started with our passports. We got all that stuff knocked out. We're about to start with the visa submission. We're about to get that knocked out. We're confident in what it is that we're doing because we did the research, we did the planning, and now it's time to execute the plan.
I think the hardest part for us is not selling the house, but getting rid of
memories,
all the stuff that we acquired throughout the years. It is a lot of memories in this house from when we first started out. We've been married since what, 99?
1999.
99. So in having our first child in 99, it's like from there, life just moves so fast, and each deployment, each duty station that we were at, we always collected everything. Each child, we have 3 children, so each one come with their own memories, their memory boxes, their stuff that they don't want to separate with, that we're honestly as parents are supposed to like hold on until they're ready to pass on to their children. So for us, planning accordingly and not rushing things will help us better identify what it is that we need to do. I know in the very beginning we was like, let's get a storage and place everything that we want to keep and don't want to get rid of basically into the storage. And then we thought about it. Do we even want a storage bill? Like, are the kids going to even go into this storage and get the things out? Like the Christmas tree that's over what?
Since we
12 foot tall. So for me, they love that tree, but are they going to really utilize that tree? Are they going to go to the storage and get that tree?
Are they going to even use it?
Exactly. So for us, it's like I don't want to hold on to things just with assuming that, you know what, the kids love it now, but are they going to actually utilize it?
And at the end of the day, they're supposed to be making their own
family traditions. Exactly.
Not holding on to our traditions.
Now, keeping memories alive, but don't do everything your parents did. You do it different, you do it better.
No.
So,
can we create new traditions like Christmas abroad, Christmas in this location, Thanksgiving in this location? We can. So that's what we're looking to do. And with that being said, you know, we're sharing these mistakes not to discourage anyone to move,
but to think realistically
and to share, you know, and help people plan a little bit better when they're thinking about moving abroad, because it's a process. It's not just I'm just going to jump out there and do it. I seen a video the other day of a guy literally begging people on his live to send him money abroad.
Wow.
And I'm not talking down on people, but you just can't jump ship and expect for stuff to just go good for you. Not everybody is the same.
You can't jump on a trend just because it's happening. You can't do that.
So I guess the last thing that I'm going to say, or it's going to be a question, is what's the biggest question you still have about living overseas? Drop it in the comments, you know, like, you know, subscribe, you know.
Say that question again.
What is the biggest question you still have about living abroad or overseas? Drop it in the comment.
Okay.
And like,
share, comment, and subscribe, you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Peace.
We them Vidtorz, riding on a world tour, from Bama to East Coast to boot to the big star, never known.